to Soul Talk. I'm your host, Alena Chapman. This is Melinda Ingo, my co-host, and it's the angel and the instigator, guys. Always, always, always. And we help you bring those relationships together. And I'll tell you what, relationships are everything. Do you realize that? It's not just relationships with love, which we're talking about because those are the questions that come in. But I also, I want you to know relationships are everything in life. To relationships with money. Well, why are we always going to self-improvement people trying to figure out why we can't make money, right? We're trying to better our relationship with money. That's all they do. They want you to see money in a different way. That's all that's about. Then there's relationship with what? Your house, your animals, your family, yourself. The work that you do, the relationship you have with the work that you do for your living. That is a big part of it because you're there most of the time. Right. And most of us have terrible relationships with our work. So 90% of your life is in a terrible place with terribleness. And then you say to me, how do I get out of this negative thought process I have, right? And it's because your relationship with your work stinks. So relationships are everything, everything. And when we start thinking that way, it all leads back to the common denominator, doesn't it?
Well, I just think that it means you should just treat everything good. Thank your house. A lot of people do that.
What? Thank your house? Yeah.
Every day I try to when I remember.
I thank my house.
Just to give gratitude to things.
Yeah.
It's pretty important.
And my land. I'm always talking to every little wonderful being on this land. I have incredible fairies. I know a lot of you are thinking, what? Yes, fairies. and I'm always talking to them, and also spirit. Spirit is everywhere. Speaking of spirit, by the way, most of the insight that I give from the light is truly from the light. I'm channeling that information. And Melinda is trying to offer the instigator side best she can. And that's the people side. That's how we all want to answer. And then when I'm channeling this from spirit, it really is pretty cool. And I do bring in, I'm stubborn, sometimes I do bring in some things that I know, but mostly it's spirit. By the way, we should tell them, huh?
Q&A?
Yes, in Fort Wayne, I did a Q&A with spirit, folks. I did. And it was wonderful. What is that? It's a session where you come in and it's fun and you sit, and then you come up and talk to me, but you're not talking to me. I'm doing a full channeling of spirit, which is of the light. It is, listen, when you're in heaven, the light, whatever, you are one voice with source. So when I say spirit with source, yes, because everyone has one voice. You are part of a whole. You are this unconscious, if you go science, this unconsciousness, it's a joining of everything with everything. It is one voice. So whatever you believe, it's always one voice. So when you are when I was doing this Q&A with spirit, I'm talking with source of everything. It is one being. And I do that in my life every day anyway. Mm-hmm. So I do, yeah. You do. You're starting to too.
Yeah.
That's very cool. You little instigator, you. So, so I did a Q&A and it was very successful. We're going to start doing more of these.
Yes.
We're doing one in Chattanooga.
Yes, for the Chattanooga people. It is free.
Okay? Yeah, the first one
is
free.
At the Enterprise Center, downtown Chattanooga, on May 20th.
May 20th, Tuesday. What time do we know?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock we know. Don't you love how she helps me out? Yep. So we're going to be doing that. And so if you're in Chattanooga and you want to come. Yeah. That's what it's for. And I mean, people love it. People love it. So anyway, that's all the news we have. Let's get going. Where's that question? What should we do?
We got a good one this week. And I kind of relate to this in my past relationships. You probably will too.
Ooh, probably.
Dear Soul Talk, I've been struggling with something in my relationship and really need your insight. My partner says that they love me, and I believe that they do, but the way they show it doesn't really land for me. They're always buying gifts or fixing things around the house, but what I really crave is quality time and words of affirmation. I tried to explain this, but they say this is just how I show love. It's making me wonder, is it still love if it's only expressed in their love language and not mine? Can two people love each other and still completely miss the mark emotionally? Please help me sort through this.
Okay. All right. So, I understand, but I also, his comment, this sounds so finale. That's ridiculous.
I think it's...
What was that?
So, I just feel like if you express something to somebody, that's communication, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if they willingly ignore your request for the things that you like and need for yourself, and then just say, well, I just do these, I feel like it's like...
Yeah. The worst thing we ever did was give people the power to say, this is the only one way I want to love.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Agreed.
Yes, okay, there are main ways that people show love. And that's why those, what are they called?
Love language.
Okay, love language.
She hates it.
I do.
But people need a system.
No, they do
labels.
not need.
They
Oh,
do.
I think they say they do. But the thing is, I do think, yes, those are ways to love. However, I don't know. I'm a mismatch. I do a couple of them.
Yeah, agreed.
Most people do a couple of them.
Yeah.
Listen, we are pretty cool people. We can do more than one system at a time, please.
Yeah.
And what it does is when you just stick in one, you're limiting yourself. And that guy in this question, hon, I'm sorry. He sounds so silly. That's all I do. Well, excuse me, then that is not the guy for you.
Right, correct.
Because he's closed-minded.
She's the instigator today.
I am not.
I'm just kidding.
He is not open enough to understand your love language. And relationships are a dance. Mm-hmm. They are a real, and if you allow it to be a dance, it can be a lot of fun. But you both have to be flexible, that's where he is not, right? And so if you say, well, my love language is more, important time spent together, words of affirmation and fun, then he should say, I'll try it. Let's do it. Let's do that. And if one is another way, yeah. And no relationship are you going to meet that is just perfect. I really want to get that out of people's heads.
And I do want to say, though, I feel like good relationships aren't hard. I think that people make relationships complicated.
I do too.
Because, they're just not complicated. But the things that we do and the lack of effort or too much effort that we put into it is what makes it really complicated. And why would you overstretch yourself doing these things, and then your partner's like, well, I appreciate that, but I would really rather have this because this meets my needs. And you just be like, oh, well, I'm just going to do this. Like, is that not disrespect?
Well, he might feel unsure because this is how he has defined himself. And so you've got an uphill battle that may be easy or may be hard, that to show him that yes, you can have that, and you as the other partner has to respect that is his love language. But he's got to dip into yours. You've got to dip into his. Right. It's a combination of the love languages that I'm not mushy. Okay?
Right.
I am not mushy. No, I'm not.
I know.
I am
She's
so not mushy. And I'm not all, this is just, flowers and love, 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 love. I'm not that. Oh, God, I'm not. But yet, does that mean I don't love? It does. Of course I do. And I love little notes like thinking of you. You know what I mean? Thinking of you. And leave it. Just like that.
Don't say anything else. You're
This
rude.
is not channeled. This is Alena Chapman. So I
I do that.
but this is the thing. I'm with a partner who is really, he loves all that stuff.
The mushy mushy.
Oh God, he adores it. And so we had a talk, and that's how he wants to show, and he bubbles up with it. He can't not have it. So so I have said, okay, I get it. And I said, but you got to get me when I just say thinking of you. I said, I want to make this clear. I do not have to respond to all that mushy, right? You just know that I love you. And he said, yes. That's a coming together.
Right.
Do you see?
Compromise, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to stop him from bubbling up with all this mushy. That's him. And so, and I love it.
Right.
That,
You just want to make sure that he doesn't feel unloved because you don't love that way.
well, the problem is I can't possibly meet that.
Yeah.
Right? That's not who I am. And I was feeling very obligated to have to respond to everything. And I said, I'm not going to do that anymore. Is that okay? And he said, yeah, I get it. I know who you are. And so
Clear communication.
it's communication. But see, never did he say, well, this is how I am. You just have to live with it.
Right.
And I'm not saying this is how I am. I'm saying I'm accepting yours as pure love, and you're accepting mine as pure love. We're starting to do the emotional, wonderful relationship dance. And we're growing with it. And so when he sends me these wonderful little mushy things that I used to go, oh no, now I say, oh, that's so cute. And I'm happy with it because it's him, right? But I don't have to, and then I'll say, I hope you're having a fabulous day, love. That's it. And he knows that has everything he did in his long thing in my little short thing.
Yeah.
Do you see? And we're happy that way. But the person you're with, hon, and this is from Spirit, you deserve so much more. And you deserve a person who will not be so rigid, because you're not rigid. And when you're not rigid and you're with a rigid person, that really does, that puts you in a prison.
All of the growth.
Yes. Perfect words.
All of it.
It does stunt all the growth out of the relationship, and even worse, it stunts you.
Right.
Your growth as an emotional person. You need someone who, yeah, they might be opposite you, but because they have this different love language, that they can still come over and have fun with you, just as you can do with them. And then you'll look at all the fun stuff they do as love, because they have given to you too, and you were able to express. You need someone like that. But here I also think that, for you, all the affirmations, the constant love thing, you do have to kind of look at yourself in a way that is, you got to start loving yourself, hon. And the incredibleness of you, because you are an incredible person. You are an incredible soul with so many different facets in you. And you're just starting to realize these incredible parts of you, right? So you have to look within yourself and start finding love for you. And then the right person will come into your life that values the work you've done with yourself and who you are in there, and will be more willing to dance with you in this relationship.
I think that
Go ahead.
recognizing that this is an issue is a step to
It is.
self-love.
It is.
Because it's like, okay, I want something else. I don't want just that.
Yeah.
And I think you should get it. And I think you should dump him.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he's open to changing.
He's not. No, he sounds rigid, and you're not rigid.
And,
rigid is not good. Rigid in that causes rigidness in other things. It's like, this is what I say, this is how it is, I'm not changing. How would you like to live with that?
He's a Scorpio, isn't he?
Yeah, that would not be a good life. No. Only for a person who's very insecure and a person who wants to be led. And you don't sound like that kind of person. So that is not a good relationship fix or match. You need to, it's time. But in between, find something to love about yourself. Start seeing the beauty within you because there's a lot of cool stuff in there. And on top of the love life getting better, you also will find new creativity coming out. Because anytime we love ourselves, then we allow ourselves to open up different parts of ourselves that bring out new creativity, which is really cool also. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you got a win-win-win there. But you got to fly solo for a little while. Yeah, because that's not the one. Oh my gosh, yeah. And please, let's give a break on this stupid love language stuff. I mean, it's a good for guidelines, but come on.
I think it's a good thing to, because men are dumb. No offense.
No, they aren't.
They are. You literally have to, like, put it in front of their face and, like, give them a step-by-step direction sometimes. So I feel like if you say,
yeah, but if you give
hey,
them
my
this,
love language is, spending time together, there's no way they could misinterpret that.
why can't we say, I really love just spending time together and I love to be mushy?
I mean, people say that all the time.
Well, that doesn't have, but you can also be a love language that likes to, I don't know, do something else.
I don't know. Why do roads need stop signs? That's how I feel about it, okay?
I think we get tied up into all the different categories we can be. It's we're very, we have to be something.
It reminds me of the same thing with like an anxious attachment style or an avoidant attachment style. I think those things are very important to know, especially about someone that you're into.
You can't just
because
tell
if
that
we're going to have an issue,
yeah,
and you want to avoid me every time or avoid the conversation, like, that's not really somebody I want to be with.
I don't have to put that in a category though. I just don't want to be around them.
Well, you don't, but I mean, other people do.
Yeah, I think it's just interesting. I think we are such a many-faceted people. We have so many sides to ourselves, and sometimes I think when we put ourselves into a category, we limit.
Yeah.
Number one, the capabilities to solve. If it's a problem category, we limit our capabilities to fix that problem, or we limit we limit ourselves in our own growth because we're so many faceted. And I don't know. It's nice for we just can't take it halfway. We have to go we got to sink with the whole boat. Me, I don't think so. I think I'll go out in the raft and just sort of watch everybody sink and I'll just stay. I don't think I need all that. If I see a problem, the best thing you can do, is communication.
Yeah.
And communication doesn't mean it's all solved. Communication is where you find out, is this going to work? Is this going to be? I mean, if the person I was with said, oh my gosh, I'm going to stop everything. I'm not going to be mushy at all. And I get, or even worse, they said to me, because number one, I'm taking away their way of expressing love, which I don't want to do. But it's up to me to understand that. But I also need mine respected, right? And I need to respect his. But if he looked at me and said, no, you have to be mushy like me, well, then we would have an incredible problem because I don't even know where to begin, right? And I just think that I think we just have to, I don't know. I think when we don't think we're so hard souled in one thing, we can be many things. Because sometimes I'm mushy, I think.
She's not, though.
I try, but no, I'm not. But that's the way it goes.
Effort, though.
Yeah, A for effort. But anyway, I hope we made this clear. But I do think you're growing. And I think you should grow within yourself because the right person is waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you grow in yourself and the more you feel good with you, the more that right person's going to come in and feel good with you too. It's amazing how that works.
Well,
Yeah.
get it, girl.
All right, guys, that was a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it, and I hope that she does something about it.
Me too. So, guys, if you're in Chattanooga, yeah, come. And by the way, we're going to be sending out lots, you'll see lots of channeling on the social media. So, subscribe to YouTube, watch our shorts, which won't just be these shows, but will also be some channeling.
Yes.
And I'm going to start bringing it out into the world. Why? Because Spirit told me it's time. And so that's what I'm doing. Because I think we're in a place in our world right now that we need some spiritual reassurance about the world in general. And I think, in fact, I know, why do I say I think? I know that that's why they are very urgent to use me as a vessel to speak. And I was a person who said, no way would I ever let this happen, but I trust the light and I trust Source. And I trust them speaking through me. So I'm allowing myself to be used as a vessel for that. So if you want to come see. It's pretty cool. And if you are in an outside area, say I don't know where you are, but wherever you may be, but it's not Chattanooga, Tennessee, and you would like me to come there, well, let me know. Let's see if we can get something together. You never know. There might be a store near you that would host me or have me there. That would be very cool. That's what we're looking at right now. I'm going to do some traveling. So let me know. Otherwise, hey, if you have a relationship problem, which everything's a relationship. So if you're having a problem, basically, write in your question, right?
Yep. soultalkalena@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And mysticalsoul.com. You can check out everything we just said.
Yes. Boy, you really are calm today.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You're
Good.
so chill. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what to do with it.
I know. It's been a weird day.
It is a weird day. The energy is very weird. Well, we love you all. Namaste. The
Bye.
best relationship is with yourself, hon. All right. Bye-bye.